Hey, how's it going, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Obviously, the story over the last year plus in terms of PC hardware and PC building has been the surge of pricing in terms of graphics cards. If you went back a year, I was talking about how I don't know if it was the right time to pick up a graphics card. You know, maybe the best idea is to wait. Man, oh man, now in retrospect, it would have been a great idea for everyone to pick up a GPU. Thankfully, I was one of the lucky ones, and I got an RTX 3080. I got it through buying a pre-built, and at this point, this is how crazy it's gotten. The pre-built that I bought is considerably cheaper than buying an RTX 3080 now standalone. So yes, RTX 3080s are like 2.2K, I think, at least $2,000, and the pre-built I bought was well under $2,000, so that's kind of crazy to think about. However, Tom's Hardware has a pretty positive article that I do want to go over. Falling Europe GPU pricing suggests shortage is easing. Now, that is definitely the right verbiage to use because let's not fool anyone. The shortage is not over. The price gouging is not over. You are not going to be able to get a GPU at MSRP now, or probably still not for quite a while. However, this is something that hopefully gives us a light at the end of the tunnel and at least makes us a little bit hopeful of what's going on. The article on Tom's Hardware notes, according to computer-based graphics card prices have begun to drop as much as 50% in Europe. Availability has also improved significantly, with sales of most GPU models from both AMD and NVIDIA doubling month over month. This report comes on the heels of ASRock, a GPU maker, noting that GPU pricing is easing as demand from Chinese cryptocurrency miners wane. It also notes more budget-oriented cards like the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 and RX 6700 XT are seeing the most positive results, with a near 50% drop in price compared to last month. However, if you do look at flagship cards like a 3080 or a 6800 XT, those haven't moved as much, but still seeing a 10 to 15% drop, which again, that's the right trend we need to be seeing instead of consistently going up and up. Small drops are still good, and I think for the majority of people, they're looking for GPUs like the 3060. The 3080 for the absolute enthusiasts is great, but I think the majority of people just want a 3060 around that range and they'll be relatively happy. So that is definitely exciting news. However, I don't want people to get it twisted and thinking, you know, the shortage is going to end tomorrow. I don't even know if it's going to end by the end of the year, but I do know that there were a lot of people that just gave up all hope and were of the mindset that, yo, GPU prices are never going to get back to normalcy, which I just don't think that's the case. I think eventually we are going to be able to get GPUs. Who knows if it'll be this generation? I don't know if it's too early or too late to call the 3000 series of NVIDIA GPUs just a wash and we just forget about them and we move on, even though NVIDIA keeps on releasing like the 3070 Ti and things like that. I think for the majority of normal people, you know, the series is kind of a wash and most people can't get their hands on it unless they want to pay absurd price points. Now, if you go on over to eBay, the pricing is still pretty ridiculous. Like, you're talking about a 1660 Super going for $500. $500 for a 1660 Super, which is just obscene. Like, that is just an absurd price point, but thankfully, if this trend persists, things are gonna get easier and easier to get. Like, if you look at the console market right now, PlayStation 5s are not that difficult to get anymore. You know, obviously GPUs are a little bit different because you have to factor in the cryptocurrency mining, but PlayStation 5s were super difficult to get for a while, and now I wouldn't say, you know, it's definitely not you walk into a store and cop a PlayStation 5. It's definitely not that, but if you're diligent about it, you can get a PlayStation 5 with, I don't even want to say relative ease because it is not easy, but it is definitely better than what it was probably 6 months ago during the holidays and things like that. 6-7 months ago during the holidays, it was just a nightmare. Thankfully, I got that at launch. I've been really lucky during the, you know, during lockdown and everything, where I've been able to acquire all this hardware at, you know, MSRP or damn near MSRP, but that's just not how it should be for the majority of people. Luckily, I'm in this position where thankfully I know some people and they can hook it up for me and, you know, everything like that, but that shouldn't be how you get, you know, hardware that should be readily available. You shouldn't have to, quote-unquote, know somebody that can get you an in, you know, you should just be able to walk into your store and get an RTX 3080 for, you know, $800 or whatever the MSRP was. Yeah, $800. You know, that's how it should be, but right now that's not the case, but hopefully this trend paints a better picture for what's to come in the holidays, because what could happen is in the holidays, the demand for these GPUs might be, you know, skyrocketing and people want to get them. But, you know, in the United States, GPU pricing is slowly catching up to Europe, but it's still going down nonetheless. So, you know, we're in the right trend. Like, things are not going up anymore. Like, I don't think we're gonna get to a point where 3080s are $3,000 or anything like that. And you do also have to gauge the fact that crypto has seen a bit of a dip, but I'm sure it'll go back up. So, which to see how that fluctuates is also gonna be a story to follow, because we all know what happened in 2017 actually, with Ethereum. That was a wild time for PC gaming as well. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What is your game plan going forward? Because I feel like I asked that question a year ago, and a lot of you guys said you were gonna wait, and honestly, you've already waited a year if you haven't picked up hardware, or you haven't built a new PC. I feel like at this point, you just continue waiting until we get some normalcy. Like, I feel like the majority of us are finally seeing light at the end of the tunnel with everything going on, but let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Things are definitely far from perfect, but hopefully it is getting better. So, again, sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.